Ashafjais of Hyderabad. Ashafjais of Hyderabad. We are going to discuss on Ashafjais of Hyderabad. See, Ashafjais of Hyderabad ruled Hyderabad state from 1724 to 1948. Means more than, it is around 250 years, 1724, 1824, 1924, and 1948, 250 years ruled the Ashafjais with the capital of Hyderabad, Hyderabad state. Ashafjais ruled from 1724 to 1948. Developments during the Ashafjais and how many rulers of the Ashafjais. Ashafjais are the 7 rulers. Qutubjais also 7 rulers. Thus, Muslim rule in Hyderabad state. These Muslims are from the relatives of Turkey, Khalifa, Shahabuddin. So came during the period of the Mughal Aurangzeb. He joined in the as a Mansabdar, the Mughal service. Then Shahabuddin, during this, after his service is recognized, thereafter Shahabuddin's son Mir Chin Kulich Khan, who was also very great personality. First he joined due to his father's services. After the death of the Aurangzeb, Shahabuddin got a key role, played a key role in ousting the Syed brothers, who are the kingmakers. So not only Shahabuddin's son, this Mir Chinichkal, so that Mir Kamruddin was, when he participated in the important aspect of the ousting the Syed brothers, who are the kingmakers. Thus, one of the prominent noble Mir Chinichkal, then he was appointed a Subedar of Deccan. Sometime he was appointed as a Subedar of Deccan. Then later he was served as Wazir, Prime Minister of the Muhammad, after the Aurangzeb, Prime Minister. But here he was unable to survive as a satisfactory man, because so that is the reason he was shifted. He was shifted to from Deccan Subhas to other Subha. Then later on, he served as a Wazir, Prime Minister, but due to so this way, the Mir Kuli Khan disgusted the politics of Mughal court. So he tried to establish an independent state for himself. Thus, by defeating the Mubarak Khan, who was the Deccan governor at that time, and he established his power in the Hyderabad state by his war defeating the earlier Deccan Subedar, and he established, he founded his rule 1724 to 1948. His dynasty ruled. That is Mir Kamruddin or Chinkulich Khan, 1724, founded the Hyderabad state, but continued as a Mughal Subedar in the name, in currency, but ruled almost independently. Thus, Mir Kamruddin or Asaf Jai, Nizamul Mulk Asaf Jah, one period very important is that he was the man who laid the independent Hyderabad state. Hyderabad state, that time, it was the parts of entire Telangana, 5 districts of the Maharashtra, 3 districts of Karnataka, even Anwaruddin, Karnataka areas also under his control. So then this man ruled, Asaf Jah, Nizamul Mulk Asaf Jah I ruled almost independently, nominally subordinate to the Mughal ruler, but almost ruled independently from 1724 to 1948. During this period, developments are entire. After Qutub Shahis, Asaf Jahis are not only Telangana, coastal Andhra, and also Maharashtra areas, and also Karnataka areas included, and the Tamil Nadu areas were also parts of coastal Andhra, also parts of the Nizam state. Telangana, coastal Andhra, and Karnataka, and also Maharashtra, and Rayalaseema. These are all parts of the Hyderabad state. His rule 1724 to 1948 ruled almost independently. He's the man. So during this period, he was defeated in the hands of Maharashtrians. So some of the areas were entrusted to collect the Chaut and Sardesh Mukhi to the Marathas. And also during the period of 1738, when the Nadir Shah invaded Delhi, the Mughal emperor so asked the Nizamul Mulk Asaf Jah to negotiate with the Nadir Shah, so that Nadir Shah, he is the man, negotiated. Even after plundering, looting raids, the Nadir Shah withdrawn from Delhi. So this is way Nadir Shah, the Nizamul Mulk Asaf Jah I, ruled almost independently from 1724 to 1748. After he blessed 6 sons, Nizamul Asaf Jah I, and after him there was a struggle between his sons and his daughter's sons. Means his sons are Nazir Jung, and his son Nazir Jung and his daughter's son Muzaffar Jung. There was a struggle in between the Nazir Jung and Muzaffar Jung for the throne of Hyderabad. At the same time, there was a struggle started in the Karnataka throne also. There, the Muhammad Ali and also other man, the Muhammad Ali was also then Chanda Sahib. Chanda Sahib and Muhammad Ali, there was a struggle after death of the Anwaruddin. So in that, French, English East India companies, they were urged the help of these 2 companies. One, English East India, French East India Company under the governor of Dupleix. Dupleix supported to the Chanda Sahib. English East India Company supported to the Muhammad Ali at Karnataka. And here in Hyderabad, Nazir Jung was supported by English, and Muzaffar Jung was supported by the French. So this way, French and English East India companies and also the Hyderabad successive war at Hyderabad throne, a successive war at Karnataka. Same time it started, but they were decided to resolve the first Karnataka issue, later Hyderabad issue. Then all the powers gone to the Karnataka to decide the fate of Karnataka. Then in this war, then Chanda Sahib got victory. French Dupleix got victory. The French Nazir Jung was so Nazir Jung, Muzaffar Jung, Nazir Jung was supported by French. So that this Nazir Jung was killed, then they supported to the so Muzaffar Jung, and then in the war, when they are coming to the Hyderabad throne, French is we got victory. Where? Karnataka. In Hyderabad also, Bussy, along with Bussy, the Nazir Jung coming on the way, Nazir Jung was killed, then they supported to the Salabat Jung. Muzaffar Jung was supported by French, supported by, so that the Hyderabad throne, due to the support of French, Salabat Jung became the ruler after Nazir Jung. So this is way Salabat Jung given coastal Andhra territories to the French, but that is first Karnataka war. Then second Karnataka war, immediately Robert Clive came and defeated the Chanda Sahib, and Muhammad Ali was installed on Karnataka throne. And then the Robert Clive gone to the Bengal where Plassey war, Sirajudullah, over Sirajudullah, he got victory. Thus, Bengal was captured by Robert Clive. Thus, Robert Clive got victory at Karnataka and victory at Bengal. So thus, a Dupleix was called back. Then in the defeat of his first Karnataka war, second Karnataka war, the French, now English got victory, and Dupleix is gone, and then the wars, success war also here in Salabat Jung, so supported to the French. That time only that the East India Company, French Firangi force, Vijay Ramaraju, the Bussy supported to the Vijay Ramaraju, and Thandrapapa Bobli Yuddham, 1757, Bobli Yuddham, means Vijay Ramaraju, who got the help of the French Firangi, easily defeated the Bobili, Thandrapapa Raidu and others were killed. Others, Bobili, with this French were supported to the Vijay Ramaraju. So that is why Firangi force, due to that, the Bobili rulers were defeated at last. However, Thandrapapa Raidu killed. So anyway, meanwhile, what happened? French defeated after Dupleix recalled back. The able governors were not came from on behalf of the French company, English East India Company, Robert Clive, Sir Eyre Foote, and others eliminated the French power. That is the third Karnataka war, Anglo-French war. Third Karnataka war, Saptavarsha Sangram is occurred in between France and England. 7 years war. In that 7 years war, France defeated everywhere and also defeated in Hyderabad. Then the French power is eliminated from Hyderabad. Then Salabat Jung is surrendered. East India, the coastal Andhra, and other more territories to the English. Then English, instead of Salabat Jung, they were supported to Nizam Ali Khan. And thus, Nizam Ali Khan came to the power. Thus, Nazir Jung, Muzaffar Jung, Salabat Jung ruled only short years, so that they were not considered as a Nizams. Thus, Nizam Ali Khan from 1800, so Nizam Ali Khan ruled from 1762 to 1803, Nizam Ali Khan was the first man who adopted the Nizam title. Nizam title. Thus, Nizam Ali Khan was treated as the second Nizam who adopted the title of Nizam. Ashraf Jah II, Ashraf Jah I, Ashraf Jah I was the Mir Chinichka Khan, Chenkulich Khan, or Mir Kamruddin, or Nizamul Mulk Ashraf Jah. 3-4 names are there for him. And who ruled from 1724 to 48, first ruler. Then second, in middle, the successive war period, Nazir Jang, Muzaffar Jang, and Salabat Jang. These were only short period and not occupied the throne, but so that these rulers are not considered as a Nizam. So then Nizam Ali Khan, with the support of English, Nizam Ali Khan from 1762 to 1803, means almost the 40 years ruled by Nizam Ali Khan. Nizam Ali Khan period, what is occurred? Mysore, Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan. In that crisis also he supported to the, not Mysore's rulers, Hyder Ali. Yes, he supported to the East India Company. So that is the reason he got share Rayalaseema. Those Rayalaseema territories are given to the subsidiary forces. Nizam Ali Khan period, English East India Company, he's got not only coastal Andhra Sarkars, Rayalaseema, and subsidiary alliance subordinate to the English, that Bollaram cantonment area. English forces came and settled at Hyderabad with the expenses of Nizam, and the protection of law and order and protection of the king is taken over by the English East India Company. So in the subsidiary alliance, so Wellesley subsidiary alliance first accepted by Nizam Ali Khan. Thus, subsidiary alliance is forced over the native states by the British rulers, British viceroys, Dr. Wellesley subsidiary alliance. In that, military force of the Britishers were placed in the headquarters of the native rulers, and a resident was appointed, and with the consent of resident, prime minister of the state used to be appointed with their consent only. Thus, entire administrative rule, real rule, administrative rule is passed into the hands of the Britishers. And the native rulers' army is disbanded, abolished, removed. Only British forces were placed at the headquarters of the native states. A resident, British resident, representative, Court Women's College, resident building. Kirkpatrick was the first resident appointed in 1800 after subsidiary alliance. So thus residents were appointed at the native states. With the residents only, British residents only, ruler has to appoint the Diwan or Prime Minister of the state. Thus, entire power of the rulers is lost. Then company power became upper hand. And thus, Nizam rule is what for what? Eating and drinking, but that way, no power in the hands of the rulers. That is called subsidiary alliance is forced on the native states by the British authorities of India under subsidiary alliance system of the Lord Wellesley. Then this way, Nizam Ali Khan was the first man accepting subordination of the Nizam rulers to the British. Then after Nizam Ali Khan, next ruler was Nizam Sikandar Jah. 1803 to 1827. Nizam Sikandar Jah, Sikandrabad, on his memory, it came Sikandar Jah. So Sikandar Jah tried to appoint his own prime minister, Raja Paipatram, but resident was not approved. So that Peshkar, finance fellow, continued. Peshkar, Chandulal continued as a prime minister for 40 years. That Chandulal is ruined the Hyderabad state entirely. Corruption, yes, and offices were sold out to the highest bidders. Corruption and prevailed. Nizam is unable to carry his own palace expenses, so that mortgaged his jewelry. Mortgaged his jewelry for the expenses of the royal people. So this is way. The state of finance condition of Hyderabad state was entirely in a chaos during the Chandulal prime minister period of 40 years. Then he has taken the loan at the rate of 25% from Palmer and Company. Palmer and Company has taken the loan, 25% interest, so that this way entire state was ruined and the unable to carry the day-to-day expenses and not paid the salaries of the military and of his bureaucracy, so that corruption prevailed everywhere, administration completely chaos or the ruin. That under the circumstances, Lord Dalhousie forced on the then Sikandar Jah. After Sikandar Jah, Nazirudullah came to power. 1827 to 1827 to 1857. 1827 to 1857. Nazirudullah, 57 or 56. Nazirudullah was the ruler. So Nazirudullah, see, thus the Hyderabad state administration completely collapsed by 1850. So Dalhousie forced Nizam to pay the arrears which has to pay to the British government for the contingent force, Hyderabad contingent forces. Loan has taken, not paying. So due to the arrears, Nizam has to pay to the British government of the India. So Dalhousie forced on the Nizam in 1853. Sirajul Mulk was the prime minister after Chandulal, Raja Chandulal. Sirajul Mulk period, Dalhousie forced and taken 3 districts, Usmanabad, Raichur and Berar. 3 districts of Nizam state has taken. In lieu of the payment of the due, in lieu of contingent forces taken, debt is taken. So this is way the Sirajul Mulk broken-heartedly died. Then Sir Salarjung, his son-in-law, Sir Salarjung, an English-educated man, appointed in 1805, English-educated young man, 24 years old boy, young man, was appointed as a prime minister of Hyderabad, Diwan of Hyderabad state from 1853 to 1883, 30 years. Thus, now he has served under Nazirudullah was appointed, and after Nazirudullah, Afzaludullah came, and after Afzaludullah died prematurely, and Mahbub Ali Khan came to the power. Thus, under 3 rulers, the Sir Salarjung I served as the Prime Minister Diwan of Hyderabad. So he has modernized the state on the model of British India. Every branch of the administration was modernized. That's the modernization of Hyderabad state done by the Sir Salar Jung I between 1853 to 1883. So that modernization of Hyderabad, Salar Jung reforms. And this is very important. Salar Jung I, who served as Diwan in the 30 years period, financial reforms and administrative reform, financial reforms. Then what are the financial reforms? First one is that he created accountant general, auditor general, and so how much income is coming, how much income is going to the government. And also he appointed paid talukadars, not contract. Earlier, land revenue. Nizam state is a feudal state. See, entire Nizam state land was 40% under the Jamindars and Jagirdars. Only 60% under the government control, under the government supervision and government control. 40% among the 40%, 30% under the Jagirdars and Jamindars, and 10% as Nizam expenses, 10% Sarfakas Nizam. That way, Nizam state is a feudal state. In that feudal state, Sir Salar Jung was appointed and introduced reforms at Diwani over the Diwani administration, not in all other area, Diwani administration. So introduced reforms, paid collectors, appointed, paid salary payment, not commission, and earlier contract revenue collectors were removed, paid collectors and sub-collectors. So then Tahsildars were appointed every way. Revenue administration is modernized. It is entire land, Diwani land, means government land, came under the control of the modern officers of collectors, sub-collectors and Tahsildars, directly linked with the peasants' rights. And then Raitwari system is introduced. Bombay model of Raitwari system is introduced. Direct connection to the government and rights. That is the Sir Salar Jung reforms. Modernization of state and loan. See, 1857 revolt during his period occurred. Afzal Abdullah and his Nizam, Afzal Abdullah and Salar Jung both are supported to the English East India Company to suppress the revolt of Turabaja Khan, Malawi Alauddin, who attacked the residency. So that British rulers are authorities of India given back the Raichur and Usmanabad. Berar is not given back. These two districts are given, and loan, whichever loan is taken from the British government, those loan is also cancelled. And also new loan is created, given on the nominal interest. So this is way finance is created, and mortgage jewels is brought back. Financial stability established by Auditor General, Accountant General, then revenue, how much is coming to the government, how much is spending. This was financial stability, administrative stability of revenue officers appointing, paid officers appointing in the place of contractors. So that this way, financial stability, then police administration is Police, now new model of British Indian model. I mean, circle inspector. Muttamin, Subadenda, police, law and order is established. And chowkis, police stations. So this way, police administration, judiciary administration, municip and miradals at district level, and high court at a higher level, high court, state level. So this way, the civil criminal courts are established, law and order is established. Thus, the judiciary reforms, police reforms, revenue reforms, and also other, the survey and settlement, surveying the land, boundaries are fixing, and then the land is also classified, good land, middle land, and low yielding land. So then the revenue is fixed, tax is fixed. So that is the survey and settlement done in the first time in Hyderabad state by the Sir Salar Jung. Not only that, communication transport system, communication, railways are connected. The Wadi to Secunderabad, Secunderabad to Bijawada, Bijawada to the Bijawada, Secunderabad to Bijawada, one railway, and then other one is from the Warangal to the Secunderabad to Warangal. One line is from Warangal to Vijayawada, another line is to Chanda. Against this Chanda, extension of Chanda railway station is occurred in first time against Nizam to publish the details of the agreement between the Nizam and British Railway Company. That is called Chanda railway station. Railway hesitation is occurred in the Nizam state. Thus, the Salar Jung modernized the state, financial stability, administrative stability, and Jilabandi system. Entire the Nizam dominions were divided into 1865. Jilaband system, 16 districts divided into 16, 15, later it one more, 16, 15 districts divided into district. That is called Jilabandi system is introduced. Each district, the Aval Talugadar, Duam Talugadar, and Tehsildar. This way, gradation of officers, gradation of bureaucracy, paid bureaucracy, worthy bureaucracy appointed. Then Salar Jung reforms and railway connection, and also postal, telegraph, and road connection, and RTC, road services. So this is way. Transport and communication, public works department, public works were carried out under government. So this is way. New educational reforms. English education was introduced first time in the Hyderabad state by Sir Salar Jung. The Darul Uloom College, Darul Oriental School, and English was one of the subject, and also City High School and Chadargat High School. Then the Mahbub Aiza, Mahbub Aliya, then Nizam College. That English is one of the subjects. Thus, modernization of education, public works department, and new talented fellows, outside talent people brought to the Hyderabad, because reforms, fair, talented people brought from outsiders. So this led to the, after death of Sir Salar Jung during the period of his son, issue. What is that issue? Mulki is non-mulki. Mulki means locals. Non-mulki, outsiders, talented people, which brought during the period of the Salar Jung one, increased their strength against their increase. The locals, mulki people are agitated. That agitation is born in this Nizam state against this. Thus, Salar Jung served Mahbub Ali Khan period also. Mahbub Ali Khan was only 6 years old boy. Mahbub Ali Khan period, further modernization of the Hyderabad state. It is because he was a child, so Salar Jung got opportunity to complete his reform. Ministry, bureaucracy. What is that? Ministers are created. Secretariat was created. Departments were created. Departments were over the departments are heading superintendent, superintendent over the superintendents. Secretaries were put up under the ministry. Sir Salarjung secretariatship and ministries was also created. Thus, modernization is done by Sir Salarjung. Thus, then thereafter, Mahbub Ali Khan period, then Mahbub Ali Khan period also very great period where what is that here? Mahbub Ali Khan period, many irrigation works are taken up. Musi floods are occurred. 1908, he prayed Mahbub Ali Pasha. He was treated Hindus and Muslims equally. So that Nizam state is a Muslim state. However, it is a tolerance like Qutub Shah said, it is a tolerance towards Hindus. So that Hindus are also encourage Hindu temples, Hindu poets, and so all were patronized by Nizam. So this is where the cultural composite culture and came into existence. Dakkani culture, composite culture, then harmony in the culture. So this way, Mahbub Ali Khan period further irrigation projects are many in the many districts. Irrigation projects are taken up. Then Mahbub Ali Khan ruled from 1869 to 1911. After Mahbub Ali Khan, Mahbub Ali Khan period is also developments, agriculture development, all other developments which are introduced by Sir Salarjung. Those were clearly worked out and works were taken up. Economic development of the state is occurred. Then after Mir Mahbub Ali Khan, Usman Ali Khan came to the power. Usman Ali Khan, 1911 to up to 1937 is Silver Jubilee, 25 years rule. Up to that, this period is taken up many developments. Industries are established. Charminar, VST, and also Ajamjai mills, industrialization and medical, the Nizam Institute, and also Usmania General Hospital, and then Usmania University, and then the Gandipet, Usman Sagar built up, and Nizam Sagar at Nizamabad. So irrigational, all developments, industrial development, irrigational development, educational development, and also economic development is occurred during the period of Usman Ali Khan period. Usmania University and came into existence in the medium of Urdu regional language, first institute in the whole India. Urdu University established under the Mir Usman Ali Khan. During this period, Sir Akbar Haidari period, Usmania University. Then his period is that during his period, mulki rules issued. Non-mulki should not appoint in the Nizam state. So mulki rules are framed. The 15 years, at least 15 years must have the fellow to recruit in the Nizam state. Mulki rules are framed under 1919 reforms, Mulki reforms. 15 years are restricted to get the job in the Nizam state, and also further promise has to give not to go after that also to the out of the Nizam state. Then 1935-33 Mulki rules, that Mulki is only eligible because non-Mulkis are increasing. Thus, non-Mulki century during the Sir Salarjung 1, Salarjung 2, thus increasing, so that against the increasing of non-Mulki, Mulki rules are framed and for the benefit of locals by the The Mir Usman Ali Khan, 1919 Farman, 1935 Nizam Subject League, one more Farman issued for the benefit of the Mulkis to prevent the outsiders. That is the Nizam state. Nizam state, much development, irrigational aspect, educational aspect, health aspect, industrial aspect, all development was carried during the period of last Nizam. But what is happened is that in the 1921, when a Nizam state social conference was going on in 1921, then all the languages are allowed. One Telugu was not, Marathi was allowed, Kannada was allowed, Urdu was allowed, English was allowed to speak. Telugu was not allowed. Then Telugu people are insulted. Nizam state Andhra Jana Sangha was formed. Thus, in the Nizam state, the awakening started because of the educational institutions, and also the other Christian missionaries are entered. Christian missionaries, young men, society, Christian missionary societies are formed. Then another one is that in the Nizam state, the Nizam state, public awakening in the, then outsiders came, and the Nizam state people also participated in the Indian National Congress sessions. They participated, Mullah Abdul Qayyum, Dr. Agurnath Chattopadhyaya, and Arya Samaj is entered, and Brahma Samaj, Divyagan Samaj is entered, Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj, and also Bhagyareddy in 20th century, Bhagyareddy Verma Adi Hindu Depressed Class Association, Adi Hindu movement for the SCs, the rights as to provide to the SCs by Bhagyareddy Verma, Adi Hindu movement. Then R.K. Ramasamy, B.S. Venkatrao, these the Adi Hindu movement or scheduled caste movement for their upliftment movement is started. This is way. Nizam state is progressive state up to the 1930s, but 30s and 37. Then thereafter, up to Nizam Subject League, Hindus and Muslims are combinedly represented to the Nizam to prevent the outsiders and give the jobs to the locals. But this Nizam Subject League divided clearly into Hindu body, Muslim body. Thus, in the Nizam state, the all other provincial 1935 Act, provincial Congress ministries are formed. That influence is fallen on Nizam state. In the Nizam state, Hindus, educated classes also asked the Nizam ruler, that is already cultural organizations are brought up, the awakening among the people, that is library movement, press, Sri Krishnadevara Andhra Bhasha Nilayam, Andhra Bhasha, Rajaraja Andhra Bhasha library movement, that Nizam state Andhra Jana Sangha, Maharashtra Parishad, Karnataka Parishad, all cultural organization brought up the awakening against the feudal state supporting to the landlords and feudalism, and samasthanas and jagirdars, jamindars, vetti, begari, bagela, the feudal suppressing the lower classes, and thus people were living under low conditions. Only upper class are enjoying. Against this, here communist organization is also Rajbahadur Gaur, 1939 communist organization. And then 1930 there was no civil authority, civil liberties. So that against the civil rights, the Gasti number 53, 52, Gasti number Nizam restrictions against this agitation, Satyagraha agitation is done by the Congress, Nizam State Congress, and also Arya Samaj and others to get the civil rights. This is way. These all Karnataka Parishad, Maharashtra Parishad, and Nizam Andhra Jana Sangha is formed by 1930 Nizam state Andhra Mahasabha. Then 1944, Nizam Andhra Mahasabha divided into two sections. One is the leftist Ravinarayan leftist group and nationalist group. Thus, these are all cultural library institution and Madapati Hanmantrao, then cultural organization. All these are brought up awakening in the Nizam state against the feudal restrictions. Then, when provincial autonomy in the surrounding of Nizam state, in the Congress ministries are formed, and in central level, the Congress also taken the decision. Nizam, the native states are also part of the Indian Union, so that the native state rulers must introduce reforms, representative institutions in the state. But Nizam did not introduce any representative institutions in the state, so that for introducing the representative institution in the state, a political organization is born that is called in 1938 Hyderabad State Congress, and also 1938 Vande Mataram movement in the Usmania University. Students were rusticated, sent to the outside. P.V. Narasimha Rao is also one of man. So Vande Mataram movement. Thus, this way, the activities of Arya Samaj and activities of others, so against the Nizam feudal restrictions, feudal autocracy rule, then no rights to the people. So against this, the agitation for democracy, Hyderabad State Congress started agitation and Congress was banned. However, the cultural organization brought up the awareness, and thus the communist organization also entered. Then Nizam, again, the Congress activities against Nizam, and Ittihad al-Muslimin organization, which was as also cultural organization of Muslims, that the Ittihad al-Muslim organization by 1940 under Kashmir Azvi, it became a Rajakar organization, Rajakar forces, atrocities, violence is doing against the people who are asking the representative, responsible government in the state. Thus, Nizam did not introduce any representative responsible government and encouraged the Ittihad al-Muslim organization. One side, Hyderabad State Congress is agitating to representative institution, democratic institution. This way, rivalry between the Hindus and Muslims came into existence. Under that circumstances, Mir Usman Ali Khan supported to the Rajakar organization, suppressing the Hindu agitation or for political rights. Did not introduce any representative institution. Thus, conflict between Hindus and Muslims increased. Then one side, Rajakar atrocities on Hindus, and other side, the communists who are taken up peasant armed struggle against the landlords and Nizam Rajakar forces. So that is communist organization. Thus, the communist Dinka Sarkar is the Rajakars, Ratka Sarkar is communist. Thus, in the Nizam state is completely in chaos, and Lord Mountbatten, under his formula, native states can remain independent, can proclaim independence, or either merge into the Pakistan or merge into the Indian Union. So, but Nizam declared his independence, but Nizam state is in belly of India, so that independent way remaining is not possible, and not possible to merge into the Kashmir. So that Lord Mountbatten is the Governor General of India, British Governor General, English Governor General of last Governor General of India, by his negotiation, standstill agreement, 1-year agreement is done between the Nehru government and Nizam. Nizam declared his independence, But here, what is going on? Communist atrocities against the landlords, against the communist violence, against the Rajakars, military, Rajakars activities. So then Rajakars supporting to the landlords and Jagirdars and Jamindars, and atrocities is done over the agitators or Andhra Sabha or leaders or Hyderabad State Congress leaders. So this is way. Jain Indian movement, 1 year agreement, standstill agreement is from central government to the state government. 1 year agreement is occurred. Shoaibullah Khan is murdered. Imraj paper, nationalist paper. So this the chaos is created. So under these circumstances, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took the decision. When Jinnah was on deathbed, police action was taken, and on 13th September, the police action, military action, for one side from the Major General Chaudhary, from the western side, Maharashtra side, other from the Vijayawada under Major General Rudra, and also Air Force, and also military and Air Force bombing, and the Rajakar forces were suppressed, and Nizam surrendered to the, thus integrated the state into Indian Union by the efforts of the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Thus, state was independent state by the police action. While in the state, Rajakar atrocities, communist influence increasing, it is dangerous to the Indian government. So that is the reason Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took the decision of police action, or Operation Polo, that state was integrated into the Indian Union. But Nizam is not removed. He was made as a Raja Pramukh. Then Major General Chaudhary period, the 14 months rule of Major General Chaudhary period, the oppressed many, the violence is occurred. More than 27,000 to 40,000 people were killed. Communists and Rajakars were killed during the period of Major General Chaudhary. Thus, Nizam calendar, Nizam currency, and Nizam Urdu medium is replaced with the Telugu, and also English medium. Thus, the Major General Chaudhary rule and Velludi rule, and later Burgul Ramakrishna Rao ministry is formed. Thus, Hyderabad state is integrated into the Indian Union by 1948. After 1 year standstill agreement, it was violated by Nizam. So, due to the violation of standstill agreement, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took the decision for the Operation Polo, and thus Nizam state is integrated. Right. This is your syllabus. Now, is Telangana history up to 1948 is over. Right? Anything else, students? Anything is remain in your syllabus? Students, anything is remain? So time is up. So I am stopping here. Students, no one is. Students are there. So not responding. Why not responding? Why students are not responding? Is it audible? Students are there, not responding. Important questions. Important questions are the Shatavahanas, Gautami Putra Shatakarni. It comes. Ikshvakas rule, Vishnu Kundini's rule. Question comes. Then Kakatiyas. Question comes. Kakatiyas rule. Then Qutub Shahi's period. Ashabjahi period. These are all important. So, right? Thanks. So, right, it's over. Our classes of Telangana history of Telangana from the beginning to the up to 1947, 1948 is over. Right? Anything else? Anything else? Students, Right.